really a hard habit to.
Oh, that's a song too. Yeah, it seemed like, and this year I was thinking, well, I miss having kids around the house, but at the same time, I'm not gonna miss getting sick from it, right?
Exactly. And you know what's so bad right now? I mean, you saw it with your DJs that had it. It doesn't, as soon as you have a little bit of a sniffle or your throat hurts a little bit, or like I was telling you, I had a horrific headache yesterday, and it was, your first thought is, oh gosh, do I have COVID?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's hard to know what's going on.
Especially with all the strange symptoms that they talk about, possibly having and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're like, oh, I kind of feel like I can't taste.
You know how I figured out I could, though? I mean, this is an experiment. Everybody can try it home. You open a bottle of wine, and if you can taste that baby, you're fine.
I knew it was going to have something to do with drinking wine. It's my sister. Yes, the cure-all, right?
A cure, yeah. And then and then you got to finish drinking it to celebrate that you don't have COVID.
So I'm sweating bullets. One of my best buddies, you met him years ago, and I talk about him all the time. Ron, I call him Chuck. He's got the COVID over in Omak, and he's got it bad. Gasping for air. I talked to him the past couple days for just a couple minutes, and he's one of those guys you can't get off the phone. So if he can only talk for 2 minutes, he's got a problem, and he's really scared. And he's got it bad. So saying prayers
yikes.
for him and worried about him and all that kind of stuff. And it scares me because I remember when this first started, they said by the time it was over with, everybody would know somebody that didn't make it through this. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, do you know anybody that
Yes,
directly?
We do know someone that, yes, directly. Not a super close friend, but somebody Brad went to high school with. So yeah, we do know. And then kind of, peripheral people that we know of, or friends that know somebody. So, yeah.
All right. Still, people believing it ain't real out there, but even your own Tri-County healthcare system is begging people, vaccinated or not, to mask up because we're having a huge surge. So they put out a letter back on August 19th saying we'd hit an all-time high in the Tri-County area for cases in the past 2 weeks. And that was from August 19th, and that new all-time high was 343. Today, we've more than doubled that. Since their plea came out on August 19th, for people to wear a mask in indoor spaces, even if you are vaccinated. Wearing a mask outdoors when unable to maintain 6 feet of separation for others. And it says if you are not already vaccinated, please do so as soon as possible. But, we're not even coming close to touching numbers in Stevens County. Hospitals are overloaded in the Tri-County area, even clinics. One of the messages I saw pop up from Tri-County Health said, don't break a leg, because you'll be in pain for hours till they can see you at a hospital.
Yep.
My buddy, when he tried to get into the hospital that I'm talking about that was sick, they in Omak, they told him 6 hours. And he said, can you call us when it's our turn? And they said, no, if you leave the parking lot, you lose your place in line. So they want a sick person to sit in their parking lot for 6 hours straight to wait to be seen.
Wow.
And if you have a broken leg, same thing. You're going to sit in your car and hope they... And so they went to the next town, and luckily they got in. And then he got these new antibodies. It's a test. You got to sign off on it. But he figured he didn't have anything to lose. $20,000 per bag for these antibodies, and they gave it.
I think.
Go ahead.
We were talking. I think it's if I'm thinking it's a monoclonal antibodies, because they've been talking about that as something they're doing in Idaho because they just don't have any beds anymore. So if you test positive for COVID, they will offer you that monoclonal. I think that's how you say it anyway, the antibody treatment. So
he said they told him it was $20,000 a bag. And I asked him if his Blue Cross Blue Shield was going to cover that. And he said, like I asked, I just said, stick it in my arm. I'll worry about the cost later and who's paying for it. Wow. So, scary stuff. And the haters, and probably on both sides are still going on. I was coming out from eating dinner at the casino just a few nights ago, and I'm going to call him a big fat redneck. Okay, because that's what he was. He was like 3 times my size. And that's probably the only reason he picked on me. And I'm coming out and he goes, real scary in there. Got to wear a mask, huh? And, I just wanted to smart off to him, but I kept my mouth shut because he was huge and dumb looking, which means he's probably going to, pummel you if you say something to him. So I proceed to my car. I back out and I'm driving away. Now they're getting kicked out. For refusing to put on a mask, right? And they're coming back out of the casino, and I drive real slow with my window down in front of them, and I went, and drove off.
That's just short of a neener.
Oh, yeah. I circled around and gave him a neener, too. How's that? I know it was typical, big, dumb, bald hillbilly with a really hot chick. I was so jealous. I don't know how those guys do it. All right.
Probably his daughter.
All right. I'm going to gain some more weight and shave my head, though, so I can have a date, too.
Okay.
All right. So, that kind of stuff really, no matter what you believe, really uncalled for. And, I don't know. Think you'd want to protect your neighbor, but I guess not.
And people have no idea what kind of health issues somebody's going through, where they might choose to wear a mask, even when it's not mandated. So
he doesn't know I have asthma and arthritis, and if I get this, I'm like, at the top of the list to die. Thank you very much.
Right, exactly. So, for the most part, we have tried to maintain that if the staff in a business have to wear a mask yet, that we will honor that and also wear our masks. And so that's kind of been our policy, even when they remove the mask mandate.
Well, there's a mandate right now. Everybody's supposed to have it on everywhere. So,
and you know what? I think people are so burnt out on it, and I'm meaning businesses, that I'm seeing everywhere where they're not enforcing it.
Or people I like the people that walk around with their big old nose hanging out the top of it. Just take it off. I guess If they coughed or choked, it might help a little, but it looks ridiculous,
And I have a friend who was in a grocery store, and the gal that was walking towards her down the aisle had it like all the way, not even covering her mouth or her nose. It was around her chin. And so my girlfriend's like, well, you don't breathe out your chin. And she got called a Karen.
Oh. Oh.
So now every time I walk by somebody wearing it like that, that's what I want to say, but I
just
don't.
Keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, keep my mouth shut.
So local hospitals having a hard time. I've heard a story, whether true or not, but that they were asking a National Guard to help out. Let's see. Let's go just kind of run down the confirmed COVID cases past 2 weeks. So we went from that when they said, oh my gosh, we've reached an all-time high of 343 and to a total of 809 cases in the last 14 days. So it doesn't seem real. Last 14 days, Ferry County, 15 new cases between the 10th and the 12th. In the last 14 days, 66 cases. Last 14 days, let's see, per 100,000 people. The way they balance it out, I don't really understand that one because I'm not good at math, but it says 848. It says 9 deaths in Ferry County. Pend Oreille, let's see, total lab positive cases, 1,150. New cases, 34. Past 14 days, 157. 11 dead in Pend Oreille.
Wow.
So Stevens,
when you look at these counties that aren't very populous to begin with, that's quite a number.
Stevens County, 3,600, over 3,600 lab positive cases. In between the period of the 9/10 to 9/12, 121 new cases. In the past 14 days, 586 cases in Stevens County. In the Tri-County area, the majority, more than double, coming out of Stevens County. And that's Colville and Chewelah leading the pack. Let's see, dead, 46, Stevens County.
Wow. And so we're talking about, I would say that a lot of people, when you've got 46 dead just in Stevens County,
Everybody's going to
You
know
must know.
somebody.
Yeah, everybody's going to know somebody that at least has gotten sick recently. And my son had kind of made the comment because we really harassed our youngest to get the vaccination because he is a DJ and he likes to be out in the clubs. And we're like, you know, be smart about this, get the vaccine. And so he finally did. It took a monetary bribe, but he got it.
Wow.
But he was telling me after he got it, he's like, I think I'm glad. He said, up until this point, I did not know one single person who was COVID positive. And he said now all of his friends are, you know, he's hearing it all the time amongst his friends that somebody's tested positive. So.
And the age range is shifting.
Definitely.
So 809 total. Okay, now they've broken it down by age. Out of those 809, 42 were 80 plus. Between 60 and 79, 179. Between 40 to 59, 236. And between 20 to 39, 207. Why are those mid numbers so high? Because those are the people that are out doing stuff. Those are the people going out to Farm Jam.
Yes.
All right. So those are the people going out to. There was some live music in Chihuahua on Saturday night. I really wanted to go to. When I drove by, and I went, "Yeah, no way, I'm walking in there." There was a giveaway that I had some tickets in out at the casino, and I wanted to go. And I drove into the parking lot, and I went, "No way." I don't care if everybody's wearing a mask. This ain't happening. All right, 10 to 19, 110. And you think all those kids are safe? 0 to 9, 35 new cases in the past 2 weeks of children
because they can't get vaccinated yet. And I think there's so much pushback against having kids wear masks at school that I would say by the first part of October, we're going to see a lot of school districts that have had to close because of outbreaks.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Yes.
did you happen to? You're not a football. I mean, you don't watch football, but we watched the Seahawks game on Sunday, and packed stadium. And that was.
I can't blame people. I want to go out too. But wow. Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't in Seattle. It was in, they played the Broncos. So,
It was in Denver.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I mean, but to see that whole stadium packed, it's like there wasn't a pandemic going on.
Well, everybody, if you haven't heard, everybody in Denver's stoned. They really
Just taking CBD oil and it cures everything.
Well, because they were with Washington, were the first two states to legalize it, and the city of Denver has like really embraced the culture and tourism for it, and yeah, they went like out of control. Even their newspaper is dedicated to it. Their city newspaper was having a hard time, and it totally switched, and now it's like every day, you know, the gardening section's all about pot. So
where to get it and all that stuff.
Yeah, and how to use it, and yeah, so there you go. Denver. Maybe now on one of the places you should avoid.
Maybe.
Yeah, even when there's no traffic, it's all moving really slow. In fact, their signs are extra long, and they say, "Welcome to Denver."
There's just a cloud of smoke over it, right?
Yep. All right, let's see. Past 30 days, TSA, 4,000 reports of face mask-related incidents on airplanes.
Wow.
Let's see. Just under 4,000 of those cases pursuing possible fines in 126 of them. All right.
Jeez.
So hunting some people down, TSA is. They're going to need their own, like, police. All right. More COVID news. This is really good, actually. Putin in self-isolation.
I heard that this morning.
Bring me another case of vodka, please. Yes, and no, he doesn't have it. He just says everybody around him does. And even though he's vaccinated with Sputnik V.
What?
Sputnik. I have the Sputnik V vaccination. I want to go to Russia and get the Sputnik V vaccine. much better than the Moderna.
Mooch.
Mooch. All right. So, but yeah, he said his inner circle is all infected, so he was going into hiding. All right.
Wow.
Stay there.
Yes, please.
Please stay there. City-wide breakdowns. Here we go. Positive cases. This data includes positive cases for the past 2 weeks. Addie, 10. Chewelah, 62. Clayton, 33. Colville, 198. Evans, 14. Ford, 13. Fruitland, 7. Gifford, 8. Kettle Falls and Marcus, 94. Wow.
Yikes.
Wow, you beat out Chewelah, you guys. Loon Lake, 27. 9 Mile, 56. Northport, 6. Rice, 6. Let's see, Springdale, 16. Valley, 20. And Well Pennant, 16. Hey, everybody. Looks like we're going to Rice. There's only 6 in Rice. All right. Safest places to be right now in the Tri-County area, Northport and Rice. There you go. I've just increased their tourism. Fruitland and Davenport, not bad at 7 either. That's a safe place to go. And Gifford and Hunter's only 8. All right. Kettle Falls, Colville, Chewelah, stay away.
For sure. And I have to back up because I said this, Seahawks played the Broncos on Sunday. They did not. They played the Indianapolis Colts. Sorry for everybody listening who,
So I made all those jokes and people thought I was an idiot the whole time because none of it was true. It didn't happen in Denver. You misled me.
We can still make fun of Denver.
Okay.
We don't know that much about Indianapolis to make fun of them.
That's
other
true.
than the fact that they had a stadium full of people.
Yes, and they were all watching cars do left-hand turns, probably, because it's Indianapolis, right? All right. Even when it's football, everybody does left-hand turns only.
Only.
All right. Biden out there trying to get people to hate him even a little bit more.
Yes. I can't imagine what that looked like in Idaho yesterday.
Were they hating him a little more in Idaho yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Because he showed up in Idaho to talk about the fire dangers and, what we can do as a nation to, control our wildfires. And yeah, he got some haters for sure.
It's probably the wrong place for him to go.
I imagine security was really high.
Wow. And what part of Idaho did he go to?
Oh, gosh, I'm guessing Boise, but I didn't pay that close of attention.
I don't think he'd come up here to the Panhandle, would he? Doesn't seem safe.
Well, yeah, it doesn't seem safe. I think he got enough grief wherever he was that he didn't have to try the Panhandle.
I don't think that'd be safe at all because we can't even protect our capital.
Yeah, exactly.
You think you're going to make it through the Panhandle alive? All right. Jokes, folks.
Jokes, people.
Jokes. All right. President Joe Biden initiated a nationwide mandate to fight the COVID-19 pandemic on Thursday, ordering American employers with more than 100 or more workers to ensure their workforce is entirely vaccinated. If not, they have to go through massive testing every week. All right.
Yeah, and people are, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why he got some grief yesterday.
I'm sure. His 6-part plan to counteract the Delta variant and his most aggressive action he's taken yet is expected to affect nearly 80 million Americans, including government employees who also fall under this mandate. But what are the consequences for someone who doesn't comply? Because, you know what? We haven't enforced any of this. And now that I have a friend that could possibly, is on his deathbed fighting this, it just makes me feel like I think anybody who and this could destroy the country, but I really do. I think anybody who knowingly spreads this. You've got someone in your house that's sick, and now you're out without a mask. And if there is proof of direct correlation of somebody infecting another person, I think they should be able to sue. And if that causes death in their family, that's manslaughter, isn't it? Or murder? I mean, how do you look at this and how do you deal with it? It's very dangerous. It's a slippery slope.
It is a slippery slope. And we kind of talked about that before as a even as a parent who puts their foot down and says, my kid's not wearing a mask, what culpability do they have if that child then gets sick and dies? So, yeah, I think that is, it might come up at some point, and what's that going to look like? So,
And my friend avoided the vaccine that has it right now. And what do you think he said to me?
I wish I'd got the vaccine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wish I would have got the shot.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are the consequences? We don't know. There's really none.
I think there was talking about for these big corporations, massive fines if they're not enforcing it. So I don't know. There's something sticks in my mind. It's like $14,000 a day when they're not enforcing that. And I could be off, but I just know it was a pretty big fine for them.
Many Republican governors are already filing lawsuits against it. It's supposed to take place in the coming weeks. Are mandates enforceable? Well, Biden's pathway to enforce the mandate is through the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, which can require businesses and large companies to put safety regulations in place to ensure the health and security of people who work at a given company. No mandate is focused on employees like this before, however. OSHA mandates have typically focused on work conditions at the property or the company. One exception is that OSHA has enforced companies requiring hepatitis B documentation, but that wasn't technically a mandate. Scary. You know, I a lot of it I don't understand because we were all vaccinated in schools. A lot of people have been in the military. They had to get vaccinated. Sometimes for jobs. I worked at a company that had its own sewer system and, in a big park. And I had to get vaccinated for hepatitis B, which I think is kind of like AIDS in a shot. That seems a little more dangerous to me, but I took it because I really wanted the job.
Right.
So some of it I don't get. I'm even a person who got the shot and thinks it's caused some side effects, but I'm still needed to get the shot. So
here's the deal: you can business can require that you pass a drug test, even in Washington State, where recreational marijuana is legal. They can still say, in order to work at our business, you have to pass a drug test. So if you can't, you generally don't apply, right?
Sure.
And I mean, that's just one other regulation. You work at a school, you need to show that you've been vaccinated. You work at a business that wants a drug test, you have to prove that you test negative for drugs. And we have not seen a huge backlash for those types of things. I consider the vaccine kind of along those same lines. Businesses have requirements. Some are you can't have tattoos that show, or you can't have facial hair, and so you just say, okay, if that's the rules here, I'm going to choose not to work there. So, but you don't sue them over it.
Well, we all love Mr. Spock, right?
Yes.
And what did Mr. Spock? What did he say? The needs
of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Or the one.
Or the one.
One. Yeah. All right. But, that's too socialist or I call that utopian. That's a utopian dream. That's a pipe dream. But it is. It's like the perfect society dream, I think. Isn't that kind of what Star Trek was kind of trying to get to anyways, the perfect society?
The perfect society, right. The Federation of Planets.
Yeah.
It was, trying to bring everybody together.
But once in a while, they did save the one instead of the many.
Well, if he was one of the main characters in the series, you had to.
Oh, man. All right. Enough of that stuff. Do you have anything good, Val? Do you have anything maybe a little more fun?
Well, it's fun for me. We're looking at some possibility of rain towards the end of the week, and I'm pretty excited about that.
No, we should do weather.
We should.
I totally spaced that. All right. So some rain by the end of the weekend, you think?
That's what they're saying. Maybe as we get into Thursday, Friday, maybe into Saturday. Yeah.
Today, though, partly cloudy, 76 All right. At least those winds have died down. That had to be bad for the fires that are still going on. Now, I looked this morning and I couldn't see any big changes, but most of the fires around the area are at like at least 85% containment to 100%. But those winds yesterday, that could have changed some stuff. And a lot of people going, well, why is it still so smoky? And I have to and I say it, and people go, oh, yeah. And I'll say, well, have you ever poured water on a fire? Makes a lot of smoke, and it don't smell too good.
No.
All right, so just I've actually had like 3 people go, oh yeah.
We're finally not seeing any smoke on the mountains in front of us that have burnt up
From Corkscrew. That's where you were getting it from. All right.
That's good that we're kind of, but yeah, over the last weekend, we had horrible smoke yet. So I think the little bit of rain we got helped, and I think the cooler nights are helping as well.
All right. For your Wednesday, looking at 73 and 40 under mostly sunny skies. 69. We're cooling off fast from the warmer temperatures we had the past few days. 69, mostly sunny on Thursday. 45 for an overnight low. Then just in time for the weekend, Val was right. Some rain, like a 70% chance on Friday with a high of 62. Morning showers on Saturday at 60% with a high of 64. And scattered thunderstorms, 50% chance of rain for Sunday with a high of 60 right now. And, of course, I was supposed to be outside all weekend.
Well, that's how it works, isn't it?
Looks like I'm going to need a garbage bag because I'm too cheap to buy a raincoat.
Okay.
I got the garbage bag hat.
You will cut out holes for your eyes and your nose and your mouth, right? So you can put a mask over that then?
Yes. That one time I forgot, though. And that plastic all sucks into your nose and your face.
Everybody's seen that on some show.
Yeah. Thought somebody was trying to kill me and realized I was doing it to myself. All right. Yes. If you don't like to mask up, wait till I make you mask up with a garbage bag.
Oh.
All right, that's all I'm going to say. Protect your neighbor. Let's leave that behind and moved on to today's bits and breaks. And, Val, just to give you a heads up, as we get toward trivia, I'm going to pull out yesterday's and hit you with that, and then you can hit me with today's. Does that work for you?
That works for me. Does
it make sense to you?
It makes perfect sense to me.
Wow. That was easy. I didn't know you could convince a woman of something that quickly. Huh.
Well, if it was our idea to begin with, yeah.
Oh. All right, Val, you have to you have to name a new state.
Okay.
All right. The internet has some suggestions. Could you roll those out for us, please?
Sure.
Okay.
The first suggestion out there is Middle Dakota.
We'll take that line between North Dakota and South Dakota. Anybody lives on the line and is now in Middle Dakota.
Middle Dakota. The state of Lincoln, which, we've got Washington, so
yeah,
why not Lincoln?
Yeah.
How about Redwood? Boring.
Mm-hmm.
I like the next one.
Okay.
Connecticut. That's probably that and Middle Dakota are probably the best ones.
Can we do Arkansas?
There you go.
Or Arkansas for the people that live there.
Arkansas?
Yeah. All right. I think the people in Arkansas call it Arkansas, don't they? Yeah, this is Arkansas. Okay, so
it's just like people around here call it Colville.
Colville?
Next, we have New Michigan.
Oh, so definitely need a New Michigan. Have you ever been to Michigan?
I have not been to Michigan.
Bars and windows everywhere. I was looking at houses in Michigan, and I just that was the one thing that caught my eye really quick. I was like, all these houses have bars on the windows.
Not a neighborhood you probably want to live in.
No. All right.
And then, if you didn't like New Michigan, how about Michigan again?
Exactly.
No. Newer York?
Yes, please, because New York is not new enough.
New. And then finally, East Virginia.
Nice. Aren't those people drowning?
I was going to say, wouldn't that be in the ocean?
You should move to East Virginia. Got you a house. Waterfront.
Yes.
All right. 10 ways for Scott to adapt to prison.
I hope you never have to adapt to prison.
I don't think they could get me to go in. They're going to have to shoot me, Val, pretty sure.
That's what Brad always says.
All right. And what you're going to notice about these rules, or Scott's ways to adapt to prison, is many of these also pertain to not being in prison. Okay? Like number one, when in doubt, say less. Or perhaps say nothing at all. This is something I never learned.
Our parents used to always tell us, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
That's right. Yeah, don't make fun of me because I'm 3 times smaller than you and I have a mask on. Come on. It's not fair.
Exactly.
Really listening will educate you to the lingo and to what's happening around you. Say less or say nothing at all. All right. Also, when you're in prison, look, but don't stare. Especially in the shower.
Exactly.
This is going to go south quick, Val. Be ready.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Be mindful of what's going on around you without appearing to be paying attention to anything in particular. That's right. Nonchalant is the cue here. Don't look at someone else's cell either. You might see something they don't want you to see. Just be careful. Don't stare, but be mindful.
Okay.
And perhaps maybe install an eye in the back of your head. All right. Next, Val, in case you end up here.
Okay.
Staring is creepy. Just remember that. Plain wrong when you're staring at something or someone you don't own or don't know. All right?
Yes.
You also want to choose your words wisely and take care. Much weight is placed on what you say and how you say it. Refer back to number 1, which was say less say nothing at all. All right. When in prison, blend in with your...
Isn't there a song that's you say it best when you say nothing at all?
Huh. Sounds like a country song. Sounds like he's singing it to his wife.
No.
Oh, I'm just guessing. Because aren't all country songs chauvinistic? Come on.
No, of course not.
Yeah, mostly.
No, you haven't listened to country in a long time, evidently.
Yes. All I know is that old stuff is not appropriate. All right.
No.
It's not politically correct anymore. That whole station, Hank, they're going to have to take it off the air. Oops. All right, another thing. When Scott's in prison, blend in with your clothes. All right, be neither the best nor worst dressed. Go for basic colors, usually stripes.
I didn't know you got a choice.
I don't think you do.
In prison.
Yeah, but keep them in good condition and be mindful that you're not wearing any accidental gang colors like red, yellow, or blue. Okay?
Cute.
All right.
Yeah, that confuses me. I thought you had to wear prison clothes. But
maybe you're in work release.
Okay.
Or maybe you're at the halfway house. All right? Stay off the gate when you're locked in your cell. Don't join the chorus of conversation. You can easily be played for a fool in this forum, and it easily turns into drama. That's right. Look back at number 1. Let's see.
It's kind of like, when you're not in prison, don't get sucked into stuff on social media, and there's way too much drama there, too.
That's right. Be mindful of the doors you open for lending, borrowing, and giving and receiving. They can all have unforeseen consequences when you're in prison. It's
kind of like when you're in politics, too.
Yeah. Try and find a few good friends. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Don't gamble or use drugs when you're in prison. It's strange that it's even possible to choose that as a choice.
We have a friend that works in the prison system, and she says it's amazing how many drugs and stuff end up there. She's telling us how they make how they can make alcohol and their sink or whatever. She said, she says they get apples when they have apples for lunch, and then somebody working in the kitchen steals some yeast, and pretty soon you have hooch.
Wow.
I can't call that wine. It's hooch.
Wow. It's amazing.
It is.
All right. One thing to remember, Val, you're always on stage in prison, and people watching or ear hustling is taken very seriously in the land of perpetually bored. Of the perpetually bored.
Kind of like that elderly woman across the street who's watching everything you do.
Yes. I hate that, Chris. No. Only a few people will get that joke. All right, more than any other outside influence, peers, staff, prison conditions, you can make life in prison harder on yourself. The time is what you make it. Get past self-pity, take accountability for your actions, and be receptive to good breaks when they come your way, because, well, you're in prison. If you're not careful, prison will ruin you. But this can also be a place where you can square yourself away and actually learn how to survive.
I don't know, after we have wacky news and you see all these, ex-convicts who do everything they can to get back in jail.
Uh-huh. All right, Val, do you know what a PSL is?
I did not before, but now I do.
Well, will you tell us about the dangers of drinking pumpkin spice lattes? It is dangerous.
As we know, as everyone knows, it's pumpkin spice latte season, and someone had to go and ruin it. And that someone is Cosmo Magazine.
Oh.
Here's what Cosmo says happens to your body when you drink a PSL. And if nothing else, we've educated people on what PSL stands for today.
That's right. I thought I had a new disease.
Okay, first off, in 10 to 15 minutes, the 12 teaspoons of sugar you just drank, about 3 more teaspoons than the amount of sugar in a 12-ounce can of Coke, begin to raise your blood sugar. But the 14 grams of fat from the milk and whipped cream slow the spike, so you don't feel as hyped up as you would after drinking a can of regular soda.
Huh. All right.
12 teaspoons of sugar.
Wow. 3 more than a can of Coke.
Yikes.
Okay.
In 15 to 20 minutes, your blood sugar continues to rise. This triggers the release of insulin, which helps your cells convert sugar into energy. If you ate a donut, muffin, or cookie with your PSL, chances are your cells are already full of sugar, which might make your body store the sugar you drank as fat. You should be feeling pretty energetic, especially now that the stimulating effects of caffeine begin to kick in. All right. That's 20 minutes in.
Okay.
All right.
So far, I don't have a problem with any of this.
In 20 to 30 minutes, as your body absorbs the fat you've consumed, fat particles, aka triglycerides, enter the blood system. Over time, high triglyceride levels can clog your blood vessels, raise bad cholesterol, and lower healthy cholesterol, all of which can increase your risk of heart disease. If you're a healthy and generally eat nutritious foods, no big deal. The effects will be short-lived. But if you are overweight, smoke, eat garbage all the time, have a family history of heart disease, rarely exercise, or have any other risk factors, I have them all, the amount of sugar and fat in just one PSL can actually threaten your heart health.
Wow, Val, thanks. I'm dead already.
So you might as well drink a second one.
That's right. I'm having 2 today.
In 45 to 60 minutes, the caffeine you drank is finally absorbed by the stomach. The average person won't feel jittery because of the low caffeine dosage. As the fat continues to pulse through your system, your blood vessels might struggle to fully dilate or expand the way you need to, which can promote potentially dangerous blood clotting in anyone who's not in the picture of health. Who knew that a PSL could actually kill you?
Pumpkin spice latte. Dangerous.
Dangerous. And then finally, in 3 to 4 hours, your blood sugar has dropped and the fat you drank has left your stomach. So you start to crave calories that don't come in a cup.
Ooh, that's when I have another cup of coffee. Just
There
can
you
prolong
go.
it.
You don't want to crash.
All right. That's right. PSL's kill, and that stands for pumpkin spice latte. Aww.
They're out already. I'm sure people that, have just waited all summer for a PSL are extremely happy right now until they've just listened to this story.
Well, it's awesome because, other than the pumpkin pie, pretty much people hated pumpkins till pumpkin spice lattes came around. Pumpkin. I'm just trying to see how many times I can say pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Pumpkin. All right, but isn't it true? I mean, it was pretty much pumpkin pie. That was it.
Well, it tastes like pumpkin pie in a cup if you have a pumpkin spice latte.
I know, but that's what I'm saying the pumpkin, that's the only thing it was good for, was jack-o'-lanterns and pie. And now they got the latte. So it's a good thing for the pumpkin, maybe.
That's right. Pumpkin has become more famous. It's like a national vegetable right now.
How right you are, Val. Wow. You know, I think we've fully reached idiot status.
You're an idiot.
Ah!
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Today's trivia is going to be like Dumber and Dumber. Scott versus Val.
I'll ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
And hopefully by the end of it, we'll figure out which one is dumb and which one is dumber. All right, Val, would you like to receive or serve first?
I will serve.
You will serve. Okay, serve away.
All right. A 1935 magazine advertisement touting the benefits of this brand new product highlighted its scientific suspension and restful buoyancy.
Huh?
What was the product?
Can you read that better?
Sure. 1935 magazine advertisement touting the benefits of this brand new product highlighted its scientific suspension and restful buoyancy. What was the product?
The year was
1935.
Alka-Seltzer.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. You're wrong.
Can I have a hint? What room's it in?
Generally the bedroom.
All right, so it's buoyant.
Yes.
Did they have water beds in 1935?
No, but I'll give you a little bit better hint. It starts in the bedroom, but you take it elsewhere.
My motorcycle?
All day long, you take it elsewhere.
Starts in the bedroom. Farts?
I think that starts in the bathroom.
Really?
I'll give you a huge hint.
Okay. It's not working so far.
Yeah, this is male gender specific.
You keep them with the underwear.
Yes, men's briefs
All right.
offer scientific suspension and restful buoyancy.
Buoyancy. I think I need that at 55. Can I get some underwear that have buoyancy?
Restful buoyancy.
Strangely enough, these new underwear, I feel like I'm floating.
At least part of you.
The important parts. Move on. Or is it my turn to ask you a question that's going to be inappropriate?
Right now.
Restful buoyancy. That's going to stick with me all day.
Well, you need like the scientific suspension as well.
Yes. I don't know how it works, but it feels good. You're on a first date with a woman, Val.
Okay.
She tells you that she suffers from oniomania. Why should you be worried? Yes. O-N-I-O. Mania.
Oniomania. A fear of first dates.
No. No. I like it, though, that I sat you up with. You're on a first date with a woman, and she didn't even blink an eye. I'm going to tell Brad.
Brad wouldn't care.
What kind of a disease does she have? She's going to drag you all over town with this disease, probably, too.
Oh, shopping.
That's right. She's a compulsive shopper.
Oh.
Oniomania. I have a male friend that has that.
Do you?
Yeah. Compulsive shopper. All right.
I'm not going to drag you all over town, though. Just give me the Amazon account.
We're going to stay right here in front of this computer till you're out of money. All right.
Exactly.
There are over I'm going to give you another one, I guess. There are over 2,000 unique varieties of these in the world, and it's a food.
Unique variety, fruit or vegetable?
Nothing. Neither.
Oh, it's a type of food. It's not a fruit or a vegetable.
2,000 unique varieties.
Oh, coffee beans.
No.
Goodness.
Dun, dun, dun,
I'm
dun, dun,
really
dun.
stuck because I was thinking.
What other kind of food categories are there?
Meat and poultry, chickens.
You've missed another food group.
Grains.
No, you're still missing a very important food group.
There's meat and poultry, vegetables, fruit, grains, fats. What else is there? Okay.
Hold on. Here comes your hint. Stand by.
Okay.
It's a good hint, sort of.
Okay.
All right, let's try this one. I hope it's clean.
Blessed are the cheesemakers.
Cheeses.
Yes, there you go. 2,000 varieties of cheeses. That's funny. I didn't think you'd get it.
Well, that falls under fats, but I guess I forgot dairy, didn't I?
You did. I was waiting for that. I was like, really? She can't remember the dairy group?
And it's such an important group because cheeses are my favorite food.
I can't believe you forgot all about the dairy.
I can't either.
All right. So I should have had more maybe sound effects ready to go for the cheese that could have like just kind of teased you.
There.
You pooped in the refrigerator? And you ate a whole wheel of cheese? How'd you do that? It's actually, I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
I think you'd have the opposite problem if you drank a whole wheel or ate a whole wheel of cheese.
If you drank a whole wheel of cheese, it'd be because Val turned it into wine.
No, so you have to, taste the cheese in between tasting wine.
I just tried to avoid a step. I've already mixed the cheese in the wine.
My new goal, cheesy wine.
Cheesy wine. It's thick.
Oh,
It'd be
hey,
like,
you get breakfast bingo since we're going to move on from this.
No, I'm thinking of trying to pour the cheese wine out of the bottle and having to wait for it like ketchup. Anticipation. Okay.
It might be like the liquid cheese stuff, like the nacho cheese.
I'm nacho cheese. All right, keep going, quick.
All right, 5 questions.
Yes?
Each answer begins with the corresponding letter of the word bingo.
Could you spell it, please?
B-I-N-G-O, B-I-N-G-O, and bingo was name-o.
Ah, okay.
All right. A thin dancer who dances on her toes.
A ballerina.
That's way too easy.
I know.
A phone made by Apple.
The iPhone.
Chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry ice cream side by side in the same container is called what?
Let's see. Neapolitan.
You got it.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, something you do in Vegas.
That would be gamble.
Uh-huh.
It's G.
Or in Chihuahua.
Yes.
A big group of people all playing instruments.
An orchestra.
Oh, you got the easy one.
Oh, well, the middle one wasn't that easy. Neapolitan, I had to think about that for a second. And what was the one right before that?
It was the iPhone. That was easy. Ballerina, iPhone, Neapolitan, gamble, and orchestra.
Oh, and if they're a pirate, it's an ARG phone.
I thought it was an orchestra.
Good. All right, I've got more for you.
Okay.
Are you done with me there?
For this round, yes.
Okay. If you're an average person, you'll go through 2.5 pounds of what today?
Just today?
Yes. If you're an average person.
And Am I average?
The answer is not toilet paper. That would not be average. 2.5 pounds of this today.
Okay. That seems like a lot of anything to go through, and it's pounds, not gallons or anything like that.
Correct.
2.5 pounds of butter.
Wow. Stay away from the hunter's house. You have a portion of it right. We were looking for, and I don't think you're going to get it because you kind of like were headed the right direction, and then you went away from it. You will eat 2.5 pounds of food today.
Oh, just food
Just
in
food
general.
in general. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
I
quite a
wasn't
bit.
thinking of something so generic, I
That's
guess.
going to break my diet.
Thank goodness we don't, gain 2.5 pounds from those 2.5 we eat.
And that's right. All right, I have an easy multiple choice for you since you want some easy stuff. Okay. I'm going to give you a group of 3. You just pick your favorite. There's no questions. It's just going to tell us what kind of person you are.
Okay.
The Brady Bunch, rose petals, a bird feeder.
Bird feeder.
All right. So glad you didn't choose the Brady Bunch. I don't know why. Tiger King, Angry Birds, bubblegum.
Bubblegum.
All right. Why'd you choose bubblegum out of those?
Because I've never seen Tiger King, and it just sounds really, really stupid. And I haven't played Angry Birds in years.
Okay. A Gibson guitar. Strange that this is on here. Dumb and Dumber. Isn't that what we're playing?
What a coinky dink.
And Wikipedia.
What was the first one again?
Gibson guitar.
I'll go with a Gibson guitar.
That's right. And we don't know why because we're dumb and dumber.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. All right. I answer wrong and win. You ready? This is always tough
Ready.
for you. All right.
All right.
I need some stupid answers.
Okay.
In the game of billiards, what color is the cue ball?
Purple.
Okay. Name something that's easier to use with the help of a remote control.
Life.
Name an organ a living person might donate to another living person.
Your skin. Isn't that an organ?
That's perfect. And to my sister, I leave my skin.
I wish it wasn't so hairy.
That's disgusting. An organ. Yuck. Oh, wow. That could be the best wrong answer ever. Name a game show that offers fortune to contestants who spin a wheel.
Gosh, that one's really hard to answer wrong.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't they all? Isn't that what a game show's about?
No, there's that $30,000 pyramid.
Don't they win money on that?
Yeah, but they don't spin a wheel.
Oh,
They
I
make a
missed the spin
pyramid.
a wheel. Sorry.
All right, but that would be answering correctly, and you're supposed to answer wrong, so you might as well say Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
Okay, say it.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, man, I can't believe you said that. Name an animal. This is answer wrong and win, by the way. Name an animal you might find on a ranch.
That would be an armadillo.
Ooh, I would go with poodle.
Too fancy for a ranch?
Poodle, too fancy for a ranch. All right, that's all I got for you. For
Oh, good,
trivia.
because I
Yes.
have more for you.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right. What's in common? Each set of 3 things has something in common. Tell me what it is.
Okay.
And you win. A tree, a bank, the military.
They have in common a tree, a bank, and the military.
Yes.
Wow. They'll all leave you? No. Bark?
How about branches?
Branches. Oh, I would have never guessed that. And I didn't. I'm glad we didn't wait for me. Okay.
A jellyfish, a coward, and a squid.
All spineless.
Oh, yes, sir. Cards, chess, and prom.
Cards, chess, and prom. Games that people play? Date? Something to do with a date?
That would be they all have queens.
Okay.
Maybe they should have put dragon there. Maybe you would have gotten it.
Yes.
Then. Days, continents, and seas.
Days, continents, and seas.
Seas.
Days, continents, and seas. These are things that all have in common. This is really tough for me because I don't have much common sense.
This one is kind of tough.
Days. Give it to me again. 3 things in common.
Days, continents, and seas.
I have no idea.
There's 7 of each of those.
Wow, a hint would have been nice.
You didn't ask for one.
Okay, fair enough.
A ball, a salad, a coin.
A ball, a salad, and a coin. What do they have in common? Ball's round. A salad's not round. Coin's kind of round.
I will give you a huge hint, and only you will probably get this. But it's something that you still give me grief about saying on the air one time when it was you, I, and Gene. Or Eugene and I.
They're all things that are tossed.
Yes. I knew you would get that hint.
Wow. I've been sat up again. I can't believe it. By my own sister.
All right. And finally, I'm going to give you one more. It's a hole in the headline.
Okay.
Guess the word that's missing from this headline. Swedish parents lose request to name their son what? Is it Putin, Adolf, or Bono?
I'm going to go with Adolf. It just seems like an incredibly bad idea.
Yeah. Actually, it's Putin. Sweden's government has told new parents that they can't name their little bundle of joy after the president of Russia. A couple from the town of Laholm had submitted Vladimir Putin for approval as their son's name. They actually have to ask for permission to name their people. Anyway, the nation's tax agency has to approve the names chosen for newborns, and there are rules. The name can't be offensive or at risk of causing discomfort for the person. First names that are similar to surnames also aren't permitted. The agency didn't say why Vladimir Putin was rejected. Other names rejected by the agency include Allah, Ford, Michael Jackson, Pilsner, Q, and Token.
Huh. Weird.
I want to know the person that wanted to name their child Pilsner.
I did work with a DJ one time who called himself Bud Weiser.
Oh, remember the postman? The one kid's name was what was it? It was Ford Lincoln Mercury.
That's right. He was one of the Pony Express guys.
Yeah, Ford Lincoln Mercury.
All right. Before we go to break, it is Tuesday. What Scott thinks about in the shower. And strangely enough, Tuesday is the start of my weekend shower day.
Saturday used to be bath night way back in the day.
Yeah, not
Tuesday
anymore.
Shower day for you.
That's right. Due to galactic orbit, you have never been in the same exact spot twice, even though you think you might have been. Make sense?
I suppose.
Yep, galactic
I can't believe
orbit.
you thought of that, though.
That's right, galactic orbit. All right, everything you've done has probably been done better by someone else, Val.
I will readily admit that.
It's so sad, though. All right, this one really upset me. People drive to the gym just to walk on a treadmill.
You should walk to the gym.
That's right. There's just
and turn around and walk home, and you got your exercise in.
There's something just wrong with the concept that you can't do it at home. You know, that you can't go outside and walk, that you would drive somewhere to walk on a treadmill when you could just walk outside. I don't know. Salt, technically, seafood. You laugh. You laugh now, but all right. We ask dogs if they want to go for a walk, knowing full well what the answer will be.
You just want to see them get all excited. Because there's not a single dog that doesn't get excited when you ask them if they want to go for a walk.
I do the same thing if a girl asks me to go for a walk.
You say, get the leash?
Yeah, get the leash, baby, and I jump up and down. And then I get and then I get too excited because she's too slow and I pee on the floor. Oops.
And hence why Scott hasn't had many dates recently.
That's right. Shouldn't make me go so long between walks. I wouldn't get that excited. All right. Oh, humans get annoyed when the one substance that is most important for their survival of the species falls from the sky. That's right. We hate rain.
I don't know if anybody hates rain this year, though. Do we?
No, not at all. No. All right. As we leave, my most important deep thought. And I'll pull up my shirt to show everybody on the webcam what I'm talking about. Never fry bacon with your shirt off. All right. Me and Val will be back. Odd news, birthdays, and more. It's KCHW 102.7. Stand by.
KCHW is online at kchw.org. Listen to the live stream, find out about station events, memberships, local weather, and volunteering. You're listening to KCHW 102.7.
This is VOA News via remote. I'm Joe Palca. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has pushed back against harsh criticism of the Biden administration's handling of the military withdrawal from Afghanistan. In a sometimes contentious hearing on Monday before the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Mr. Blinken sought to blunt complaints from angry GOP members as well as some of the Democratic lawmakers about the administration's response to the quick collapse of the Afghan government, and more specifically, the State Department's actions to evacuate Americans and others from Afghanistan. As to whether the Biden administration is negotiating with the Taliban, particularly in efforts to legitimize their form of government.
Not only us, but virtually the entire international community, including in a United Nations Security Council resolution, has made clear what we expect and will insist on from the Taliban if they want to seek any legitimacy or any support. And that includes, it starts with freedom of travel.
The Taliban government has announced an official policy on women's education rights. With more, VOA's Arash Basadi.
The Taliban said Sunday that women can continue their higher education in gender-segregated classrooms and so long as they wear a hijab.
The first solution is that there must be places where boys can be separated from girls. Or the second solution, there should be specified times for boys and specified times for girls. The third solution is there must be a partition in class.
Haqqani says the Taliban, dubbed Islamic It will not oppose education that follows Islamic law.
Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, thousands of internally displaced persons are living in makeshift camps, and donations provided by charity groups are stretched thin. This is VOA News. Authorities in Greece opened an investigation today into the crash of a private plane from Israel that killed a prosecution witness in the corruption trial of former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Haim Geran, a former senior official at Israel's Ministry of Communications, and his wife Esther were killed in the crash late Monday off the island of Samos. The Israeli Foreign Ministry identified the victims, adding that consular officials and the ministry were working with the family to return the bodies. Geran was one of more than 300 witnesses that prosecutors listed for Netanyahu's trial on corruption charges. The U.S. president heads westward as Jennifer King reports for the Associated Press.
Biden is highlighting domestic investment in climate change as he continues a trip out west. President Joe Biden is headed to Colorado, part of a 2-day swing through western states. Biden is pitching his massive domestic spending package. He'll be visiting the National Renewable Energy Laboratory in Golden, Colorado. He's expected to highlight how investments in clean energy will help combat climate change. After wildfire briefings in Idaho and a tour of the massive Calder fire threatening Lake Tahoe in California, the president spoke at a campaign rally for California Governor Gavin Newsom, who's facing a recall, and praised Newsom's leadership on responding to climate change. The president says spending on resilience now could save on future costs, calling year-round fires and other extreme weather events a reality the nation can no longer ignore. Jennifer King, Washington.
Syrian state TV says Russia's Vladimir Putin and Syria's Bashar al-Assad held talks in Moscow on the cooperation between their armies and how to continue operations to gain control of rebel-held areas. Yesterday's meeting between the two presidents is the first since they held a summit in the Syrian capital of Damascus in January of last year. Russia joined Syria's 10-year conflict in September of 2015, tipping the balance of power in favor of Assad, whose forces now control much of the country. Senior diplomats from Japan, the United States, and South Korea say that they are still willing to hold talks with North Korea over its missile and nuclear development a day after Pyongyang announced it successfully tested new long-range cruise missiles. The three-way meeting today in Tokyo included the U.S. Special Representative for North Korean Policy, Sung Kim, and his Japanese and South Korean counterparts. An international group of scientists is arguing the average person does not need a COVID-19 booster yet, an opinion that highlights the intense scientific divide over the question. Two of those scientists are top U.S. vaccine regulators, raising questions about whether the White House plans for booster doses are getting ahead of the government's own experts. Via remote, Joe Palca, VOA News.
Over 20 different genres of music each week. You're listening to the Music Education Station. Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7.
You're listening to KCHW Chewelah.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock tires, provide collision repairs, including glass, and they have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. You know, after like 2 weeks off, I totally forgot that when I sit in this chair too long, my butt goes numb.
My brain goes numb.
You should stop sitting on it. I can't believe you fell right into that one. Wow.
You can't?
All right.
Come on. You knew I would.
All right. Thanks for coming back or staying with us, whichever you have done. Thank you so much. It's KCHW 102.7. Scott and Val with you this morning. And before we roll out birthdays, I've got something for you, kind of a test, Val, that's left over from our bits and breaks.
Okay.
I am going to ask you if you can figure out these omens and whether it's good luck or bad luck. Okay? Good luck or bad luck. Married couple removes their wedding rings together.
Oh, I would think that's bad luck.
It is bad luck. A single woman taking home a piece of wedding cake.
We're going to call that good luck.
And what does she have to do with a piece of wedding cake in order for it to continue to be good luck?
Oh, something as simple as eat it, or does she have to save it somewhere?
She has to sleep with it under her pillow. Really?
Okay.
Is that wedding cake in your hair? I think I'm in love. See how it works?
Hey, I've got one for you though right here. Are we back? Because it still says "be right back."
I can take that off. Thank you, Val.
Okay, just making sure we're back though.
We are back.
All right.
Hey, despite what the sign says online, we're back. Okay.
Okay, go ahead now.
Now I'm lost. All right. Let's see. The front foot of a rabbit.
I would say that's bad luck. Isn't it supposed to be the back foot?
Which is also bad luck for the rabbit.
For the rabbit?
Yeah. Good luck comes from the left hind foot of a rabbit killed at a full moon by a cross-eyed person.
No, that's not true.
That is true. That's bad luck if you have the front foot of the rabbit. Good luck comes from the left hind foot of a rabbit killed at a full moon by a cross-eyed person. Where are we going to find a cross-eyed person in Chihuahua?
Yeah, I was going to say we can all cross our eyes for a little while.
You're it.
I don't want to be the one that has to kill the rabbit, though.
No. And I've always thought that was disgusting. Oh, a lucky rabbit's foot. Yeah, no. All right, back to more rabbits. Sorry. Did that sound impressive, though? Back to more rabbits. A hare crosses your path. Good luck or bad luck?
I will say good luck.
Nope. Bad luck means you're going to have disappointment.
Oh, I thought it was just bad luck for a black cat to cross your path.
Now, rabbits apparently too.
Okay.
Opening umbrella outside when it's not raining.
I know opening one in the house is supposed to be bad luck. Outside when it's not raining, I'll say that that's good luck.
You're right. You know why?
Why?
It wards off evil spirits.
Oh. So when you walk by somebody that isn't wearing a mask, you can just
open an umbrella in their face.
Ah.
Oh, you've got one now, Val. Or you could just...
I do.
You can hit them with your umbrella like an old lady. Just chew them out. I can't believe you. All right. Taking your old broom with you when you move to a new home.
Let's see. I am going to say that is bad luck. You need a new broom for a new home.
You're exactly right. I figured you'd know that one since you fly everywhere on a broom.
I do.
Throw it out and buy a new one. That's right. All right. Leaning a broom against a bed.
Good luck.
Bad luck. Evil spirits will cast a spell over the bed. Who needs bad luck in bed?
Nobody.
I did it once. I've been suffering for 20 years.
Oh, that is interesting. I guess, yeah. Huh. Okay.
All right. Winning the first hand in a poker game.
Bad luck.
It is. If you win the first spot, theory is you'll lose the rest of the night. Dun, dun, dun.
That's why you never want to win on the first machine you play at the casino, right?
Really? Huh. Wow. I thought it was okay to win and leave. Okay.
Well, that too.
All right, let's do some birthdays here. Oh, man. We were gone so long, I could almost, go back and do all the birthdays we missed, but that would, be, way too long. All right, let's start off today. Kristen Elliott and Vincent Aiken having birthdays. Yesterday, since we weren't here, we missed them. Cameron, let's see Cameron here. Cameron Wishar, never seen that one before. Stephen Rooker. And an anniversary for Nick and Narissa Smith. There you go. Those were all yesterday, so we caught you up a little bit. Celebrity birthdays, we'll get those from my sister Val.
Walter Koenig. He was Chekhov in the Star Trek original series.
I can't believe you hesitated.
85 today.
You hesitated.
I did.
All right.
I did. I'm just, a choppy reader. That's all.
Okay. I'll take that.
Sam Neill from Jurassic Park films is 74.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Melissa Leo from Oscar for the Fighter, Homicide, Life on the Street is 61. Wendy Thomas. I wonder if anybody will know who Wendy Thomas is. She's 60 today, and she is the namesake of the fast food restaurant Wendy's.
Ooh. She a big gal? Just curious. Oh, sorry.
I haven't eaten at a Wendy's restaurant in I don't know how long.
I wonder if their burgers are still square.
That's what I was thinking. I could eat a square burger.
All right.
Faith Ford from Murphy Brown is 57. Producer, director, actor Tyler Perry is 52. Kimberly Williams Paisley from According to Jim is 50. Andrew Lincoln from The Walking Dead is 48. And TV chef Katie Lee is 40 today.
All right. On to history. We call it Happened Today. We're going to start off in 1901 when the President of the United States was William McKinley. He died after an assassination attempt on September 6th, and he was succeeded by Theodore Roosevelt. 84, jump all the way to 1984, Joe Kittinger became the first person to fly a hot air balloon alone across the Atlantic Ocean. But that was so lonely. Let's see, 1994, Major League Baseball season was canceled due to a strike. All the cards from 1994, nothing on them.
But they're still worth a fortune.
You get that gum, and that's good enough. No.
That's right. Awful gum. Ugh.
Most valuable player this year, no one. Just a blank picture. 2001. Do I want to say this? President George W. Bush visited the site of the World Trade Center in New York 3 days after the terrorist attacks that destroyed the Twin Towers. Standing on top of the rubble, Bush responded to a fireman's shouts by saying, "I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear us all very soon." 2005, federal judge in San Francisco declared the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance in public schools unconstitutional. And to 2017, Selena Gomez revealed that she had a kidney transplant because of lupus donated by her friend, Francia Reyes. That's a good friend. It gives you a
kidney?
Yeah. I'm going to call up my friends after the show and see if anyone wants to give me a kidney, just in case.
Even though you don't need one, but at least you'll know who your real friends are.
That's exactly it, man. Oh,
yeah.
Man. I had 5 real friends. I don't know what they're going to do without their kidneys, but...
We can't ask for them both.
I have that as a drop-in. It says, but I already donated one kidney. You don't need the other one. All right, special events.
Live Creative Day.
Okay, what are you doing today that's creative?
I am going to work on labels for my newest wine.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, that will be creative.
All right, definitely.
All right. Cream-filled donut day.
That seems very creative.
Sounds very delicious. What's your favorite filling for a donut?
It would have to be those white powdered with the raspberry. That's yeah. But I have a feeling you could put anything inside of a donut, and I'd probably eat it.
I like my donuts lemon-filled.
Oh, that's pretty good, too. You ever had a meat-filled donut?
Doesn't even sound good. Feel like a hamburger, I guess, on a Hawaiian bun.
Something like that.
All right. It's Eat a Hoagie Day.
No. Not a
No.
It's just
How about Gobstoppers? Because it's Gobstopper Day as well.
Oh, those are some hard jawbreakers. Wow.
And then finally...
Val, are you okay?
It's National Sober Day.
You can do it for a day. Come on.
Okay, fine.
Fine. I won't brew any wine today.
That's right. It'll be fine. I can do it.
Number of the day is 5 billion, and that's the number of emojis used on social media in messenger apps and texts each day worldwide. What's your favorite emoji?
The heart emoji.
The heart emoji. I thought you said something else for a split second. Is that the one with the little chocolate pile?
No.
Do they have a fart emoji, or is it just the poo emoji?
I think just the poo.
They need a gas cloud. That's all I'm saying.
And is that poo or is it chocolate ice cream? Because
no, it's poo.
Know?
It's it's poo.
Okay.
It's like the emoji is from a cartoon of poo. In some cartoon, that is the poo creature, and they've apparently made it into emoji. I don't know. I'm always just afraid to touch it.
I never use a poo emoji. I don't think I've ever used it once.
Well, I do for people I don't like.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's why I got it from you the other day.
Yeah. When I get a message from you, this is how I feel. All right.
Poop.
All right, I'm going to go on to news and nuggets. Another billionaire has launched a space company. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak has launched a space company following in the footsteps of fellow billionaires Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and Jeff Bezos, called Privateer Space. New company is designed to keep space safe and accessible. So we're going to put a big stairway with a railing into space so it's safe and accessible for everyone.
Make sure OSHA has signed off on it.
Not much has been shared about the company yet. Privateer's website simply says the sky is no longer the limit. We are in stealth mode. Ooh. Promotional video has the feel of something you'd see at the beginning of a sci-fi apocalypse movie. Lots of space images with a voice telling us all things are possible when we work as one. Blah, 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 blah. Then we go a bit too far into space, awaken a sleeping alien being, and then we spend the next 90 minutes trying to defend Earth.
Only it was that simple.
Yes. All right. Another murder hornet nest has been found. Val, tell us about it.
I would love to. It was discovered in Washington State, of
You're
course.
excited about it, you are.
Yeah. Just a day after wildlife officials eradicated the second nest found this year, the Washington State Department of Agriculture said that a team destroyed the nest Saturday near the town of Blaine along the Canadian border, the same region where the first nest was located and demolished. Officials are working on plans to safely eradicate the third nest and is set to release updates in the next week. For a little history, the first Asian hornet of 2021 was spotted on August 11th and officials tracked it down and destroyed the nest on August 22nd. The second nest was destroyed on September 11th. And the Asian giant hornets are sometimes called murder hornets because they prey on other bees. The hornets invade hives to decapitate adult bees in order to steal larvae to feed their own young.
That just doesn't seem nice at all.
It doesn't.
Have you looked at these online?
I have seen them. But the funnest thing I've seen is a video of a praying mantis tearing apart a giant hornet.
Really?
It's pretty wild. Look it up if you're out there and want to see it. They had one and put it in with the praying mantis, and the praying mantis decapitated it.
Was it a murder hornet or just a giant hornet?
I believe it was a murder hornet.
Well, you can tell because they have transformer faces.
Yes, they do.
They do. How is that possible? They actually have little transformer faces. Oh my God, it's a Decepticon.
It can't be a transformer. It's a Decepticon.
Oh, I mean, it's their little heads are creepy, and they do look like little transformers. Serious stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, and it's kind of scary. You know, this is a whole other thing about border problems. They're coming in from Canada. You know, everybody's worried about the southern border. What about the Canadians sending in the murder hornets? It's all a plot. That's right.
They won't let us in, but they're sending stuff down here.
That's right. What are we going to have next? Potty-trained cows? Yes.
Yes.
It's what a radio host asked animal behaviorist Lindsay Matthews during a 2007 interview about how cow urine harms the environment. The question was in jest, but it got Matthews, a researcher at the University of Auckland, and Ozian thinking. Now, nearly 14 years later, he and his colleagues have accomplished what many thought impossible. They've taught a dozen calves, which normally pee and poop at random, to hold it and urinate in a specific location. You heard right. Potty-trained cows.
Wow.
I always knew they were smarter than we thought.
Yeah. That's why we eat them.
They're too smart. They could take over. We should eat them.
Yes.
If applied to the 270 million dairy cows across the globe, it would put a serious dent in the toxic chemicals and greenhouse gases produced by bovine waste. Another story kind of going along with this, they have found out that adding seaweed to a cow's diet basically makes them stop farting. So this whole methane gas from cows, there's some answers coming out for this. And that's what I say. Necessity, like cow farts, is the mother of invention.
Maybe that would work for you, Scott. Just eat a little seaweed after every meal.
Tomorrow on the morning show, we'll test that theory.
Oh.
That's horrible. All right, UK researcher Lindsay Wistance tried her hand at potty training cows in 2009. Wow, what a weird way to word that. Lindsay Wistance tried her hand at potty training.
Bump, bump.
Looking for ways to keep animals from soiling their bedding, she and colleagues taught a handful of calves to relieve themselves for a reward. Right after they went to the bathroom, the cows turned to Wistance for a treat, showing they were aware of the bathroom habits. But funding for the project ran out. Oh, poo. Really? Oh, poo. That's where Matthews came in. In one phase of the potty training, the team gave 16 calves a diuretic before confining each one to the mooloo. Mooloo. The animals were rewarded with food whenever they urinated. After 10 to 30 tries, 10 calves learned to associate peeing with treats, much like I have.
As long as you do it in the bathroom.
That's right, I know. Now, all right, they turned to the food window right after going to the bathroom, sometimes even midstream, because cows are always hungry. Look, I'm doing it. Can I have my treat now?
Here's your treat, Scott.
Oh, yay. In the next two phases, researchers moved the calves into the hallway. Wow. I didn't know they were inside. Great thing they're potty trained. Gradually increasing the distance to the latrine by up to 5 meters. Cows that urinated before they got to the bathroom were softly sprayed with water. After 5 to 15 rounds in the new setup, 10 of the calves walked away all the way to the bathroom to relieve themselves, almost always without an incident along the way. Well, look at that. Potty trained cows. All right. Maybe it isn't. Winston isn't convinced that potty training cows in the real world is realistic. The animals would have to hold their bladders for much longer distances in the actual barn and might have to muscle past dozens of other cows to get to the bathroom. Imagine them all waiting in line like high school.
I was going to say like any concert ever at the women's bathroom.
Oh, yeah. You guys like have less. Because of the stall thing, you guys have less places to go, don't you?
Yeah. There will be no one in the men's line and 30 people in the women's.
That's when you put your hair back like a boy?
Done that.
All right, somebody's trying to bring back the woolly mammoth, Val.
You're kidding me, really?
Yeah, tell me about it.
I would love to if I can find the story.
I scooched down a little bit.
I saw that. A team of scientists and entrepreneurs announced on Monday that they have started a new company to genetically resurrect the woolly mammoth. Did they learn nothing from the Jurassic Park movies?
Oh, it's going to be
bad. The company named Colossal aims to place thousands of the magnificent beasts back on the Siberian tundra thousands of years after they went extinct. George Church, a biologist at Harvard Medical School, has been leading a small team of moonlighting researchers developing the tools for reviving mammoths. The company, which has received $15 million in initial funding, will support research and carry out experiments in labs in Boston and Dallas. Colossal will edit elephant DNA, adding genes for mammoth traits like dense hair and thick fat for withstanding cold. The researchers hope to produce embryos of these mammoth-like elephants in a few years and ultimately produce entire populations of the animals. Other researchers are deeply skeptical that Colossal will pull off such a feat.
Well, this is exactly how they got Trump to grow hair again.
Genetic engineering?
Yes. Genes for mammoth traits like dense hair and thick fat.
Oh.
You know, since they can clone, you know there's some government out there somewhere that's cloning their leaders. It just doesn't seem to make sense. If I watch too many
that's probably what's
movies.
really going on with Putin, right?
Oh, they're cloning him.
Yeah, they're just kind of waiting and letting the clone try a few days out, and then
see if the clone catches COVID.
Yeah,
I like these ideas. All right, let's wrap up our show. Coming to the end of it with a little odd news. Thank you so much for being here today, sister.
Oh, thank you for asking me to be here today.
All right, tomorrow I believe it's me and Mike Bentz, as just a little tease there. And now our favorite person. Maybe. Oh, he doesn't want to do the show today. So let's just talk to John Wayne then.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
and some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing.
Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
All right, it's your odd news for Tuesday. Could be something good, but probably something bad.
Most likely.
We start off with the news attack, where the first part's true, and the second is an attempt at a bad joke, and Val kicks us off.
Okay, a study finds that the more you exercise, the happier you are. To fall into the couch, you need a Big Mac.
You know, I found that when I exercise, I am so hungry afterwards. It's ridiculous. Kind of seems like I'm defeating the purpose. So how do you beat that?
I don't know. I don't know how that is.
All right. Baby Shark movie's coming to theater next month. Hasn't the planet suffered enough the last couple years?
Oh, those shark movies are so stupid. By 2025, around 1 in 15 people on the planet will be diabetic.
Woo.
Oh, apparently far more than just America runs on Dunkin'.
Oh, it's across the planet. 1 in 15.
Across the planet.
Wow. I love being first. Study says that humans are hardwired to respond to animals, especially when they're jumping on the couch for the umpteenth time.
How about when you get that paw in your face at 6 o'clock in the morning from a cat?
Oh,
telling you that it's time to eat.
It was very sweet because I have the cat with the cone of shame. and
poor Mooch.
And last night when I put it on her, she went to the front door and put the cone on the front door, and just sat and laid down right there with her face just up against the front door with the cone all the way around it. You know, sealed to it. It was the weirdest thing. So I felt so guilty, and I'm sure she was doing it just to bother me, when I put on the cone. So I picked her up and I took her and I sat her on the bed, and she stayed in that same spot all night. But at one point she did wake up and put her paw on my hand, which I thought was very cute.
Oh, how sweet.
And then I woke up and looked at her and I took off the cone of shame because it was so sweet.
Oh, goodness.
But it was funny when she just put her head up against the door and pouted.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah. All right. So we are hardwired to respond to animals. See?
Yes.
All right.
Hey, horse owners say that they're embarrassed to buy ivermectin now for legitimate purposes because people think they are anti-vaxxers.
Huh.
The good news is Animal Planet finally has a way to cover the pandemic.
Okay. Huh. Some scientists are working to bring back the woolly mammoth. Have you heard about this?
I did hear about it. I can't remember where, though.
It became fully extinct 4,000 years ago. The goal is to create one in time to star in a Disney live-action movie next year.
I thought it was to star in the latest Jurassic Park series.
Oh, that would be kind of cool. I think, though, if they're going to do woolly mammoths, they might as well do T-Rex.
They might as well. Because that always turns out to be such a good idea.
Yes.
Astronomers may have found another planet that would be suitable for human life.
Okay.
The temperature is just right. There's water. And, of course, there's an Olive Garden.
Sure. Have you heard astronomers found another planet that could be suitable for human life? Much better than yours.
I heard that somewhere, but I can't remember where.
And by suitable, I mean it's got high-speed internet.
Of course.
Welcome.
That is one of the requirements.
That's right. Welcome to Planet Scott. Where all we do is surf the internet. All right, on to the world of wacky but true. Val, will you start us off again?
A man with a restraining order serenades his ex-girlfriend.
Huh.
Here's a tip for all you would-be romantics out there. If your girlfriend has taken out a restraining order against you, don't show up on her doorstep with some friends to play her some tunes. In Sweden, a 50-year-old would-be troubadour stood outside his ex-girlfriend's balcony, guitar in hand. The lovesick man had also cobbled together a group of 5 other men to serve as vocal accompaniment for the late-night live performance, each of whom donned hoodies with their hoods up. But soon after the man began to serenade his ex, who had previously taken out a restraining order against him, she called the police.
No. No, but he was singing to her.
That's right.
Same thing happened to me. I hate it.
With 5 other guys, all in hoodies.
This isn't suspicious at all.
No.
Did you hear his singing voice, though? And then this.
Oh my God, she used me. I was used.
Yes.
Cool.
Cool. I'm so used. All right. Did it end anywhere good? No. Let's go to San Mateo County, California. Sheriff's deputies responded to a report of an agitated, intoxicated man with a large knife. He had it against his chest and he was threatening suicide. Deputies didn't go in with guns blazing. Crisis intervention deputies and the psychiatric emergency response team were in charge. The man was in an enclosed area behind a locked gate, and during a 90-minute standoff, wouldn't come out. Deputies deployed a drone to get a look at the layout of the area. When the man passed out, attached a large magnet to the end of the pole, which they quietly guided through the fence to grab the knife away from him. Then they were able to get the man to the hospital for evaluation. They stole his knife with a drone.
I want to. Oh goodness! When he passed out, that's strange. I'm going to threaten suicide and then pass out.
I just, I'm so tired from all this. I'm just going to take a little nappy. All right, it's a good thing, though. All right.
Yeah, all right.
All right, it's your turn.
Oh, I thought you had some good sound effects.
I don't. Well, how about this one? He's sleeping. Maybe this? No.
Release the Kraken.
Okay, that's all.
All right. Here's a story out of China for you.
No.
Some Chinese staged a protest on a well-traveled road that goes through their small village. Word had gotten to the village, population 298, that a 6-lane highway would be built right over them, and they weren't happy. But after 40 minutes of sitting on the road, the 22 villagers got up and left. Did they grow tired of protesting? Were they taking a lunch break? Did their protest work? None of the above. Turns out the 6-lane highway protest was a rumor started online, and government officials at an office 100 miles away said no one was interested in building a highway on or near the village.
Oh. Nobody wants to go there. Wow. That's like almost a non-story, isn't it?
It is. But it was kind of funny. Sort of.
If you mention extortion again, I'll have your legs broken.
That's how rumors get started.
Fashion model Megan Rudolph. You know who she is?
I do not.
I am either. Says, I want other women to be aware that this can happen. Rudolph of Layton, Utah received a text message from a stranger who convinced her to shave her head, including her eyebrows. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, a stranger. How, Val, could a stranger convince you to shave your head and your eyebrows?
No.
And what is it when someone shaves? If you can do this today as a test at the office, folks. Shave off your eyebrows, and people will look at you funny because they can't quite figure out what's wrong. They know there's something wrong with you, but they can't quite put their finger on it. It takes a lot of staring to finally deduce that, oh my God, this person doesn't have any eyebrows. Have you done that before? Yes?
I've never tried that.
Okay. Let's see. She claims she was a little hesitant at first, but was convinced that balding herself would make her hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Randolph says she's a little devastated and knows it's just hair and it'll grow back. Her advice, if it sounds too good to be true, go with your gut.
Maybe she needs to find a brain, not more hair. Holy, you would fall for that?
I don't know. But how? Because it doesn't say in there that somebody was going to actually offer her money. It just says they convinced her to shave her head. I don't know. It's kind of like that Naked Gun movie.
All right, Eddie. Let's say you did go to the movies.
Okay.
You
did go to the movies.
Then let's say that you were nowhere near the Club Flamingo.
All right.
You were nowhere near the Club Flamingo.
And now let's say you shave off all your hair and your eyebrows.
I think she should have been in that movie Zoolander when all of the all of the models were super stupid.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could almost do it. I can almost play it.
You look great, Jimmy. You look amazing. Your hair rocks.
Thanks.
You look so good. Oh my gosh. Do you look at yourself? I totally want to cut off your skin and wear it to my birthday. It's coming up.
See how we come full circle?
We came full circle.
With that skin thing. What was I supposed to do with it? I don't remember.
Donate it.
Oh, yeah, I was donating my skin to science. Okay, yeah. On that note, let's get the heck out of here.
Let's.
Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for joining us all the way from Deer Park for my beautiful sister Val. Big round of applause. Yes. And words of wisdom?
No.
No?
Enjoy today and eat cream-filled donuts.
Okay. And that's your odd news for
Tuesday.
All right. I'm Scott.
I'm Val.
And we want you to keep on listening to KCHW 102.7. See you tomorrow morning.